So I have a little slideshow that I hope you had time to look at. If not, let's go through it together.
Okay, yeah, I ran through it pretty quickly sometime this weekend.
Okay. Well, I'm here to answer any questions you might have. I put this together for your convenience of kind of visually understanding what we do over there at the lab. And
Okay,
so I'm going to go ahead. What it's showing you here is that right now we've got two locations. We've got the Sporting Chance Center in Tucson, and of course the lab. And we're adding another location very soon, about 15 minutes away to your west, just off of I-10. And
okay,
so, with that being said, let's move forward. This is a little roadmap, and these are clickable buttons, but it's a good synopsis to see. We started out talking about just hanging a banner, a physical vinyl banner in the gym with your logo. So if I click on that button, it gives you a demonstration of what that actually looks like. All the banners in there are uniform, featuring just the logo. And a few people are able to put in some words down there, like if you wanted your website address or a phone number. But that's pretty much it. Um, and again, we're doing a whole new facelift here. Every wall will be painted, every floorboard replaced, and it's going to look very nice and spruced up in just a few weeks. But that's that. And then I go back to the main menu, and we can add as we go. One of the things that we add are website ads. Now, I know your son does all your social media stuff for you, but this basically allows some cross pollination. So we've got the Profile Sports website, all of our social media stuff, and part of my deal with the lab is I do all of their social media stuff. I'm their webmaster and everything, and I create their videos and all of that. So you just get more bang for your buck for just $100 more. You get included in all of their mailings. Um, so if I click on that one, it kind of describes, what those what those look like, and what you get for that. So your total at that point is 600, and then you get these clickable, like on their website. If you click on these, it goes to their each individual sponsor's website, and then you can also add Facebook stuff. So that's 1,200 total for the whole year. It's the physical banner, the website, plus social media. And I go back and you step up again. And now we're getting a little bit more interesting. You've got your video email campaigns, 10,000 contacts plus $100 a month, and it clicks through to your website. So this is email marketing, which I'm sure you do. But then you would, for that amount, you would get on ours. So you're
okay,
multiplying your reach. Then we do our pre-roll. Now this is where we have our television channel, Profile Sports TV. People can watch live, whether sometimes they watch it live right in their seats in the venue. In fact, most of the time they do. But they also can share it to their friends and family all across the country. Probably 60% of the viewers are local. Um, maybe another 20% travel in to play these games. They're a little bit outside, and then the rest are just friends and family from across the country, which you may not be interested in, but since you ship, you might be interested in that.
yes,
Now we've got. Let me see if I have an example of that. I don't know if these will play, but yeah, it doesn't play. So it's I can send you video examples of what the commercials look like, but you've seen commercials. They're the official, like in this case, the Whataburger commercial, or we make commercials for special holidays and such. And we can make custom commercials for you. I don't know if you have a video commercial, but you may. If you don't, we can help you out with that because that's our wheelhouse. Um, So that is $417 a month uh, for 6 months, or you can go to $375 per month for a whole year. So
Okay.
that's back to our menu. So that's pre-roll video commercials. Now, for like getting your brand in the corner throughout the whole game, so you've got this opportunity, which Napa had last year, and we now can do, or very soon, we'll be able to add the scores at the bottom. So you're like the score sponsor for this package. So that's neat to have your bug on screen for all the games, and that's per court. In this case, we've got 2 courts, so you can, you know, um, do them both, or you can do one. It's up to you and your budget. And then 4,000 pre-roll video commercials, 625 a month for the year. Let's see, is kind of like what Dave and Buster's did. They took the top of the line package. It's just basically the same thing, but they were on. They had a larger percentage of the exposure. Not
Okay.
100%, but they dominated for that. And then we have a couple other things. Um, we're also on BTV. Have you heard of BTV?
No, I haven't.
So
But
some people prefer to use an antenna, and so this is BTV is local TV, and there's I think 18 markets across the United States that we can be seen on. This one is obviously Phoenix, and so anybody can watch for free on BTV, and it's 24/7. So we're feeding our games because we got lots of content, and we can just play games that people want to rewatch constantly. Whereas our regular television channel works kind of like Netflix, where you pick what you want to watch and you click on the game you want to watch, and you watch that. Does that make sense?
yeah. Yep.
And then the next one, this is kind of cool. This is in the lobby. When you walk in on your left, there's a TV, and there's also one upstairs in the workout area. And this is like a slideshow that plays constantly, just rotating through like what's coming up, and our major sponsors have a splash ad there. And so now this is maybe interesting to you as well, because we also have a relationship with some salons outside of the lab, and we're trying to get more locations like Jiffy Lubes, anywhere there's a waiting room with a monitor. We're just building this out now, but you are definitely would be exposed in the lab, and those select businesses outside of the lab. So it's a little bit more reach. This is something new that we've come up with for fundraising for the kids. Some of the kids are having a hard time affording club ball. So what we are doing is we are simulcasting to Twitch. Are you familiar with Twitch, or have ever heard of it?
Hmm. Yep.
Okay, so it's how the video kids make their money. And the
Yeah.
way Twitch works is you can donate to them, and the kid who's playing the video game makes whatever you donate. So I thought, well, why couldn't we use that for real games? Instead of somebody playing an imaginary game and other people watching them play a video game, why not have other people watching an actual game with actual kids playing a real game and donate to that? And we can pass through to the team. So, and it keeps track of the donations. So at the end of every tournament or league game or whatever, the system reports where those donations came from, so the team can send a little thank you card or whatever they want to, thanks for the love, we really appreciate you watching us. But they also can see how they're doing ranked against the other teams. So it gets a little competitive, because they go, oh, the Ravens are ahead of us. We got to call Aunt June and get her to donate to our team, just to see their money rise. And So, other than the cost of the financial transaction to send them the money and the little bit of money that it costs to run this, the team gets all the money, and each team gets the money. It's not like one winner takes all. And it's just a
Yeah.
way to help out the teams, spread some goodwill. And this is something that, you could sponsor on our Twitch channel if you wanted to. A little complicated, but it's for the kids.
Hey, nice passing up the court. They get the layup. This should be a close finish. Fourth quarter here, both teams playing tough. Three just off the mark as Bobo comes the other way.
And this is how they would sign up for that. So it's a very simple process. They just two questions, and their team is up there and able to share with everybody on profilesportstv.com, which is a slightly different URL. And that is pretty much our basic array. But I wanted to let you know we're open to doing creative stuff. So if you wanted to, have a coupon handed out, if you wanted to have some samples, or do something more intimate, since you're right down the plaza, on days where we've got a lot of volume, if that's interesting to you, you can send some of your workers down, maybe your kids. They can represent and talk to people and I don't know. You help me come up with an activation, and we'll help you deliver it. So, Matt, what do you think? It's a little overwhelming?
Yeah, there's a lot of options there.
Yeah. Any of it jump out to you?
So for sure, we want to do a banner.
Okay.
And some of the other stuff, it's just a matter of trying to think through, like, what's the CPM and how. It's just hard to know how much value that's going to have for us.
Well,
at the end of the day,
here's something we can do.
It's hard to know the value.
Something we can do is we can print up some flyers or coupons for you with a special code on it, so you know that customer came from the lab. Would that?
Yeah. Which, just one thing. So, I mean, we actually don't do discounts ever.
Okay.
At the end of the day, it's kind of premium coffee, and we've just learned that our customers aren't here for a discount.
Yeah, they just need to discover you.
For the quality.
Yeah, they just need to discover you. Maybe, what about instead of a discount, an added promotion, like, get a muffin with your coffee or something like that?
Yeah, that still just falls outside of how we've always marketed.
Okay.
So it's.
I'm not here to reinvent your business. I'm just trying to think of creative ways to.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. I'm sure there's something we can do, like you said, samples or something.
Mm-hmm.
I think even just having, I drove by there on Saturday because I was here on Saturday and just drove past on my way out. And I think just something to kind of, it seems like so many, the whole parking lot's full. Our parking lot was full. And so it seems like something to just activate people to recognize, hey, if you walk across the parking lot, there's a coffee shop down there. Is helpful, because I think a lot of the people just probably go to the High Five Tea if they want a quick drink, and they're not going to come down to us unless there's something drawing them besides that.
Yeah, some delicious looking slides. Something that how you. It just works just like a television commercial. You see it and you hadn't thought of it before, but it's the repetition that does it. And Matt, when people go there, we have maybe a few hundred people during the first hour, but it's a whole new audience the next hour. because it
Yep.
rotates like that all day from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. at night, every single weekend on Saturdays and sometimes and Sundays as well, for the men's, for the adult stuff when that starts again. So um, it's good to have something that's always working for you, because you can't be there all the time. Even if you had one of your kids come down and do a even a tasting or a whatever, uh, they can't be there all the time. So it's good to have
Right.
something that's always playing and reminding them, when they go back and they watch the video again at home on video on demand, your commercial travels along with it. So,
Yeah.
um, so I can certainly write up um, the sponsorship for a banner and get you started there. And if you want to think about doing some other kind of promotion, we can do it. I'd like to have at least 6 months so that I can show you, because what I do is at the end of each month, I send you a report. It's a viewership report, and you can see all of our social media activity. You see how many times people have watched and seen your commercial on the games, and it's just you'll watch as it grows, and
Yep.
and then you can determine, was this a good return on your investment or not.
Yeah. That's um, yeah. Let me, now that I kind of understand a little bit of what I'm looking at here in the presentation, kind of think through it and see just kind of what questions I want to ask to kind of understand, just where this falls in terms of the cost. And frankly, like we do a lot of internal marketing. Like I've got a team that works on stuff and is creating content all the time. Like we're just constantly creating content for the online business.
Sure.
But I don't spend money on marketing very often, other than our internal resources for our team. Like
Right.
right now, year to date, I don't think I've spent anything. For the first year we were around, I spent some, and frankly, when I stopped doing it, nothing changed in terms of the needle. Like we were just on such a steep growth curve as a new, like coffee shop.
And that's the
Nothing
beauty of
changed.
having come up organically like you did. I mean,
Yeah.
people return because they love the coffee and they like your story, and for whatever other personal
Yep.
reasons. But to get people to discover you that first time, that's kind of what I just it's so close. There's no reason that they shouldn't. But you know how parents
Yep.
are. They'll just go in and sit down and bide their time, and a lot of the moms don't even want to be there. Believe me,
Yeah.
I've been there and listened to them. If they could just step out for a few, and when they've got our app, they don't even have to be not watching the game. They can just look on their phone, and they go, "Oh, looks like the game's about up. I better finish my coffee and head back and pick up the kids." Gives them somewhere to go.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Anyway, you have a link to this brochure. Now I kind of shown you how it navigates. The prices are all here on the road map, and these are yearly prices, but don't think that you need to plop it all down at once. We can work with you on a monthly thing or quarterly, however you want to do it, and start getting your reports. I probably won't do a report just for a $500 banner, but if you've got
Yeah.
something that you want to, kind of track, even if it's a brochure. I don't like to waste brochures. I don't like them just laying around. So I would, want to make sure that we're handing them out as people come in, like an invitation, because
Yep.
we want to track those codes, make sure you know where
Right.
that business came from.
Yep.
Okay. When would be
Cool.
a good time, do you think, to have you enough time to noodle this over and make a decision on what we want to do going forward?
I mean, honestly, I should be able to figure it out by the end of the week. Like,
Okay.
it shouldn't take me that long. It's just a matter of carving out the time to think about it. And, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. End of the week would be good.
All right. Then I will circle back on Friday just with a phone call. See if you have any questions. And if not, we at least know that we're going to get you a banner put up and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Thank you, Matt.
All right. Thank you.
Bye now.
See ya. Bye.